Hello again, everyone. Jeff Pirishad here with another bowling ball review video. Today we're going to take a look at the all-new MOTIV Jackal Flash. The Flash has an RG of 2.47, a differential of 0.054, and an intermediate diff of 0.015. If those numbers sound familiar, it's because this ball has the same core as the Jackal Ghost. It also has a stronger version of the Infusion Pearl cover from the Trident, Nemesis, and the Supra. The combination of the Infusion cover on the Ghost core has been something MOTIV fans have been asking for since this cover stock debuted in 2019, so here it is. My Jackal Flash is drilled 55 by 4 3/4 by 40. I used this layout because I was looking for a prototypical Pearl asymmetric reaction. Length, fast response, and drives hard through the pins. So what did I like about the Jackal Flash? First, let me say that I generally really like asymmetric Pearl balls. With my rev rate, the Pearl cover helps it not to roll up too early, and with my ball speed, the asymmetric cores get the ball revving enough so that they hook in the right place. It also helps them bleed a little energy out so the reaction on the back end isn't too sharp or too unpredictable. They fit my game really well. The first thing I notice is that out of the box, the Jackal Flash is not as shiny as the Nemesis, and more intentionally tailored to be able to dig more in the oil while still giving you a faster Pearl reaction on the back end. I'll be honest, I didn't see that coming. I expected it to be a super polished Pearl like the Nemesis and the Supra. I think this was a smart move by MOTIV. The cover is intended to handle more oil than the Nemesis or the Supra, and the core is much more aggressive than either of those two. The core wants to dig, so this cover prep will help the ball do that while still being a Pearl. And that's exactly what I saw when throwing it. The hook potential is there, but with more length and entry angle than I would get with a Jackal Ghost. I liked how as the lane got drier, I was able to continue to move in and still get a pretty good amount of entry angle no matter how far left I got. Asymmetric balls sometimes don't like it when you move too deep, but the Flash seemed very adept at handling it. Middle arrow or thereabouts is generally the point when I switch from an asymmetric ball to a symmetric ball, just to make sure I get enough continuation when I play deeper angles. But I never really felt like I had to do that. Sure, there were some 10 pins mixed in as I bowled, I'm not going to lie and say there weren't. But there were also 9 pins, which indicated to me that the entry angle wasn't really a problem as I moved left. You'll see a couple of those mixed in here. So, let's do a few comparisons. The first ball that I decided to test it against was obviously the Jackal Ghost, because this is a Pearl Jackal Ghost. And as expected, the Ghost was a bit earlier and smoother than the Flash. What did surprise me at first was that I actually had to move right with the Ghost. The Flash came off the dry hard enough where even though it started hooking later, it made up for it by reacting much harder on the back end. Second, the Trident Nemesis. It's pretty apparent just by watching that the Nemesis loped down the lane much more the first 40 feet or so. It just doesn't rev as much. The higher RG plus the cleaner cover prep gave the Nemesis much more length, and it revs up a bit more forward into the pins rather than the more dynamic change of direction than the Flash. The Nemesis also hooked a little bit less overall. And here's the Supra, which was definitely less hook overall than the Flash by about 5 boards with my feet. It's just as clean as the Flash, or more, but the back end is a little less defined because it's symmetric rather than asymmetric, and as a result, a bit less dynamic into the rack than the Flash is. So I went back to my Flash and moved a bit left, and immediately was met with the ball hooking a bit too early. As you can see, it just went right through the face. My first reaction obviously was to move left, and I did for a couple of shots, and I think after that I was just ready to stop filming for this video. I actually shut the camera off and put it back in my bag. But then I had a different idea. I took the ball into the pro shop and glass shined it up so that the cover more matched the Nemesis, mostly just to see what it would do, and also because I said in my ripcord video I'm totally greedy. But I also wanted to see what it would do when the lanes were more fried, and wanted to see how customizable the cover would be in this super strong core. I took the camera out of the bag and put it back on, hit record, and the result felt great. The Flash just got through the fronts without any effort and reacted off the dry even faster, as you can see. I'm definitely considering just keeping the cover prep like this. The bowling centers down here where I bowl in South Florida have very old lanes and are super high friction, so the glossy finish is really helpful for my rev rate, as I mentioned earlier. So that's the Jackal Flash. If you like this video or have any questions, feel free to comment below, and please hit the like button. If you want to see more, please hit subscribe and you'll be notified when my videos go live. Thanks to MOTIV and also Carlos Tabone here at the Kegel Connection Pro Shop in South Florida. Thank you very much, and we have a new video coming soon, so stay tuned and you'll get to see the EJ Tackett VIP ball coming soon.